Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Powered by Podcast number 12. I am Lane. As always, I am here with Justin.
Hello,
And
people.
Eli is back. Sorry to cut
Hey!
you off, Justin. I thought you were just going to say hello.
Yeah, fuck you, Justin.
You know, it's I try to mix it up from the hi, hello,
Yeah.
bye,
Yeah, okay, yeah. All right.
caca.
If you haven't checked out our podcast before, we discuss topics, release them every day, release the full podcast on Friday. So, for topic number 1, the X-Men
You
Apocalypse.
didn't phrase it like a question.
I didn't. I didn't want to make it confusing. Okay. For topic 1, we're going to talk about the X-Men Apocalypse trailer that just came out, I think, Thursday.
Trailer 2, I think, right?
Trailer 2, yes. And the movie, I didn't know the movie came out, like, literally.
I feel like there's been way more than 2 already, though. But I guess
no.
officially it's number 2.
Yeah, well, they're weird with that. But that did you know that movie comes out like 2 or 3 weeks after Civil War? Because I did not know
Yeah.
that whatsoever.
Look with that. I mean, nah, I feel like it's not gonna get much taken away.
No.
2 weeks is
3
enough
weeks in
time.
between it.
Yeah, it's not like a Star Wars movie that'll just wreck the box office for like weeks and weeks and weeks.
Right.
So, what'd you guys think of the trailer? Passing
liked
it
it a
right
lot.
to you guys.
I liked it a lot.
I
I
didn't.
thought it was really cool. I like when they go back to like the days, like future past timeline type era, because I like seeing more of the background.
Oh,
So
so you like the.
How
just
things
generic
happened.
because it's the first class.
Well, yeah.
squad.
Well, I like that, like the background when they're all younger, like when you see them, like turning into who they are.
Mhm.
Because I didn't read in any of these comics or anything, so
It's just
I'm fucking
weird
oblivious
because
to the world.
it's weird because all these actors are in theory leaving after this movie, so I don't know where they go after it. But
Well, who? Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer
Wolverine,
Lawrence, the Magneto guy, was that Fassbender?
Fassbender,
and
Michael
then
Fassbender.
then McElroy, or whatever
Yeah,
his
so
name is.
Professor X. So I don't know
They'll
what the fuck
those
you
two
do
will
after
probably
that.
resign. I don't think Jennifer Lawrence is going to resign whatsoever. She's
Why?
too big time now, Eli.
She's a big time.
Yeah,
but
she gets
likes
Oscar
that
nods. She
quirky
gets Oscar
stuff.
nods for fucking Joy, just because of her name.
It's true, but I don't know where they're gonna go with this movie because it looks like we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna start in the desert, like at the end of Days of Future Past, they saw like the pyramids or whatever. I don't know.
Yes.
Do you think they're gonna start there? Because that's kind of what they implied, I guess.
I can see maybe a flashback sequence, but they did that in the trailer. Weren't there some like Egyptian like resurrection things?
Yeah,
going on?
he was like laying on like I guess it's a bed. I don't know exactly what it was, like a rock or whatever. And then I don't is his armor like alien? I heard that I listened to some reaction to the trailer and they said it was an alien. His armor's like alien built or something like that.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know.
He is the most powerful mutant, so.
It must be nice.
I think Storm. I think like I've seen versions of like a young Storm and maybe I can't. It wasn't what's his face, Apocalypse. But I have seen her like in a desert scenario, kind of. Well, I mean she's from Africa anyway, right? So.
And she's one of the four horsemen in
But
the movie.
yeah, which is kind of weird because I don't think. Well, I don't know who the Four Horsemen have been other than like Magneto.
Wolverine was one, but they're not gonna use Wolverine for that because that'd be dumb. Make one of the four horsemen their popular character. Just be really really dumb.
Well, it would cut out that scene where Magneto uses his magnetism to,
Put him underwater.
yeah, with rebar.
But it seems like that does Apocalypse make their powers stronger? Because that's kind of what because we meet Storm in the trailer and she has regular color hair, and then like the next time we see her powers like super powerful and her hair's white, and I
I think
always
it might be what he does to them. That a Pharaoh guy.
yeah, because there's also
Or whatever
another
his name
scene
is.
with Angel, I think his name is the one with the wings.
Archangel.
Yeah. In the trailer,
There's two angels, but
the one in the trailer, there's a one scene where he has like his regular like angel wings, and then there's one where he has like the mechanical angel wings, and people are saying that maybe Apocalypse gives him mechanical wings or something like that. I don't know how you make Magneto any more stronger than he already is, since he.
they did that in X-Men and X-Men and Wolverine and the X-Men. It was like a 2-season. Actually, it might have been just 1 season, like animated cartoon. And they did that. They
I
had
thought we were talking
Angel.
about Origins. I was like, when the fuck did they
No.
do that in Origins?
No, but they had Angel, and he was like a good guy, and then like somehow he got corrupted by. It wasn't Apocalypse. I think it was a Deadpool fucking I forget who it is.
Deadpool villain.
Some mage looking guy. It's almost like an evil Doctor Strange kind of.
What doesn't make sense about the trailer is I'm pretty sure at the end of Days of Future Past, Professor X shaved his head. I don't remember exactly, but now he just has a
What?
full head of hair
Yeah,
again.
Well, they had at the end of I think trailer 1, they had him with with the shaved head.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm talking about then. Never mind. I thought that was at the end of Days of Future Past. What?
Nope.
I don't even remember what. Bad YouTuber. I'm just kidding.
At the end of the first trailer, it's when he shaves his head.
I thought it was at the end of the movie, but I don't really remember
No,
the end of the movie.
I just
It's not
watched
the
the
end of the
trailer.
movie.
It's at the end of the first trailer.
So I don't
Comes
know.
out with that big bald head.
I don't know how they're gonna take down Apocalypse. I'm guessing Jean Grey, maybe, since she's over.
Does that mean they got to It's a little early to introduce the Phoenix Force.
It
though.
looks like there's some scene where she's like phoenixing out, but it does seem way too early to do that since in the original timeline she didn't do it till the third movie. But I guess that was just
Well, that timeline's been wiped out.
that's
so.
true. So maybe she learned it a lot earlier, but it would just be weird to just
Or she could have traces of it because they kind of referenced it in the Final Stand movie. They were like she was like 6 and Magneto and Professor X went to go visit her.
Mhm.
And they're like she's probably like more powerful than us already. So like but I still don't think it was I think the Phoenix Force is like drawn to her power, but and it's not like something that's just like dormant within her. It's weird. I don't know.
I'm worried that the movie might like. I don't want to say it's not going to be good, but with all the superhero movies coming out, I think it's going to be one of the worst. I guess
Think so?
In comparison, that's not saying much because we're getting
I
Batman.
still think it's gonna be
Yeah, we're
solid
getting a lot
though.
of great. I think it's gonna be.
I think it's going to be solid. But remember, we did a topic. I don't think Eli was in it. We ranked what the movies are going to be, and we put that I think in like top 3, maybe top 4, and I think that's easily going to be like the last one because I think it's even going to do worse than Suicide Squad, which might not do well. But I have really high hopes for Suicide Squad.
Why don't you
I
think
see
Suicide
them
Squad won't do well?
I see them almost at the same level. Solid B, mid to solid B.
Yeah,
or
but
mid
do
to high
you
B.
think it's going to be better than like the Batman movie? It's obviously not going to be better than Civil
Well,
War.
Our topic like 2 weeks ago was people saying that their initial reviews of Batman v Superman were bad.
Yeah, but that's
but I
true.
still don't see that.
I could see that happening.
I could see it has potential. Obviously, any movie can be bad, but I
see
feel like-
I see Doctor Strange being worse.
Oh yeah, that comes out. I forgot that came out this year.
Because that's a solo one.
And
It's
random. But
and
they're
it's
good with
Benedict
random.
Cumberbatch, which is good, but I don't know. I feel like he's overplayed. Like if you hear a song too many times on the radio, it's kind of the Benedict Cumberbatch thing.
I've never
Like
watched
he was in
anything.
Black Mass just cause.
He was in Black. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was the brother.
I've never watched anything with him in it like that. I willingly knew that he was in it, not that he just showed up randomly. Because I've never watched. What is he? Is he in Doctor Who or is he? No, he's
No,
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
He was a Who? Well, didn't he? No.
Imitation Game, Sherlock.
Yeah.
I-
He was
Black
Sherlock.
Mass.
Sherlock's is a really good show, by the way. You haven't watched
And it's
it,
easy to
good.
binge because it's only like 2 episodes a season.
3
I'm-
episodes a season.
But I
Yeah,
think
so
that
nice.
I think Apocalypse is like X-Men's end game. So I don't know why they're already. I guess they're not starting off with Apocalypse, but
What do you mean?
You
because
think they can have that end game though?
Apocalypse is
Like,
like the
people aren't gonna want
X-Men's
more?
like big bad. Like if like the Reverse Flash, the Flash, fucking Lex Luthor, the Superman. So I don't know why they're already jumping right to their best guy. I guess they're not jumping
Well,
to it.
if they're gonna lose everybody and not get renewed contracts, you might as well.
Yeah, I guess. But
Plus, there's probably a way you could lead it into something else. I mean, like they can always defeat him and he can return
that's true.
at some point, you know. But it would be a different. I feel like it won't be the same universe
I
by
hope
the
they
time they
don't-
bring it back.
I hope they don't have to do another stupid like fixing the
Time
timeline. That's so.
No,
I understand why
I
they
don't
did
think
it
they'll
because
do that.
those movies weren't very good, but it was kind of stupid, and I don't understand.
well, it was also the tie that it was great because we
got everybody in
mean-
the same movie.
we got the original trilogy from like I think the first one was like 2000
Yeah, It was
into
a long
this.
time ago.
Because that was my thing with First Class. I thought it was a good movie, but like I didn't really care for
Yeah, you-
majority of
you weren't
the
like,
mutants in that.
Mhm.
Like the guy that like the one that scene where all the teenage ones are showing off their powers and like Mystique can change into anybody. Havoc can fucking throw goddamn like energy blasts.
He's
and then
in
they
this
had
movie
the chick.
too.
Yeah, which was
It's just
he's always kind of in it.
that scene where,
But then again, he was also in Days
They're
of
on the
Future Past, and it
mountaintop.
was literally for fucking 2 minutes.
but the
he
scene in the
didn't use his
trailer,
powers.
he's in
He's in Cerebro.
In Cerebo. Well, Professor X is using it, and I'm like, what? Isn't Professor
Oh,
X the
Professor
only one
X
that's
looks
supposed
like
to go
he's
in
getting
there?
No. Well, no.
In the first 3, that was what that was like his thing. He'd like
That's
go
what they
in
said.
there.
But then like one time he had Wolverine in there, and he's like, "Just don't move."
Just he changes
And
the rules.
Wolverine's
He
like,
goes,
"Okay."
whatever you say, crazy man.
But then like Nightcrawler teleported Storm into the one when the other kid was using it, which I think,
oh, Nightcrawler's
Yeah,
in
I
this
think
movie too.
yeah, a wicked younger Nightcrawler.
Very young version of him.
I've always liked Nightcrawler.
The
It's a
Storm
weird-
and the Nightcrawler
Me
versions
too.
they look different.
I think that's what they're trying to go for, though. A different.
Well, I mean, like the hair that Storm has is like that short hair. I think that's like she kind of has like a mohawk thing going on right now. At least in the Marvel app I'm using.
Yeah, I think that's like her new look. Because in the original movie, I think she just had long
Yeah,
white
long
hair.
white hair. Yeah.
And
And one movie she had an accent, and the other one she didn't. She did shorten the hair in the third movie though, but people tend to forget about the third movie.
yeah, the third movie wasn't very good. I hope this movie isn't the third. Like this is because Days of Future Past was really good, but I feel like it wasn't as good as it could be. I guess it was more of an origins movie, and people are just kind of sick of origins movies nowadays. So it
How
wasn't.
was it an Origins movie?
It was an origins of Professor X and Magneto.
I guess.
And I mean,
But
that's,
then again, like 5 years ago, those were going to be solo spin-offs.
I wish
But
we
the
got
X-Men
a.
Origins Wolverine tanked.
Don't you wish we got a solo for Magneto?
Not really.
Oh, come on. I
I'm glad. I was impressed with Days of Future Past because it cleared up the timeline. We got both teams together. Fucking, I guess it's an Origins for the two of them.
Yeah.
I mean, but then it also came with some other things like Kitty Pryde didn't have that power.
Mhm.
They cut Rogue out, even though I don't really like the Rogue character. You say you like her, but
She's not.
she gets kind of
terrible.
annoying.
Rogue's the one that can't touch anyone, right?
Right.
I feel like that's a good story to tell because it's
And then they
different.
they put her with Iceman, and then she just becomes like an annoying girlfriend as opposed to like the badass she's supposed to be. Like she's supposed to be able to fly and shit. Because I think she absorbed Miss Marvel's powers, and like she absorbs so much that she like permanently had.
That's the thing that sucks about the minor characters in the X-Men movie, though. Like they're not. There's no way they're gonna outshine Wolverine. They're never gonna write it that way. Professor X and Magneto are just because that's who they are. They're gonna obviously get the spotlight. So it's weird. Because Rogue is down there on the list if you think about it in those movies. Because then they have to go Cyclops, Storm. Who else? Mystique. How could I forget Mystique? Jennifer Lawrence is gorgeous. We saw Hunger Games in California, and Eli would not
my
shut the hell up above Jennifer Lawrence.
I made her my wallpaper for my phone. Everything. Jennifer Lawrence
All right.
24/7 that whole entire week.
The whole weekend, he's like, "I'm gonna marry Jennifer Lawrence." This is
Dude, it was
meant,
fucking
this
unreal.
is meant to be.
So, can we go to those
which
minor
Hunger Games
characters?
was it?
It
Two
was the first one.
or part one?
It was, no, like the legit first.
The first one. I didn't even
Oh.
know Hunger Games was a thing at that point. We just
Yeah,
went
neither
and
did
saw
we. I
it.
bought the book on the airplane, started reading it halfway through, and then they're like, "Oh, the movie's out. Let's go see that." Instantly fell in love.
I'm worried that I just don't think this movie. It's gonna be good. I'm assuming, but
So for the movie, I think they need to introduce more of the minor characters because they have a lot of really good ones
but that's hard to
with like
do.
some crazy powers. Right, but that's the thing. If
Like
you can
who?
make these minor characters more impressive, people might like it more. Like they have Zorn. He controls a black hole in his head, can manipulate gravity and stuff like that.
See, that's at the end.
Like-
That would be so far down. I know you're just bringing that up because of a future topic. We're doing our top
Yeah,
5
but I'm just saying though.
superheroes.
But there's like a lot of cool superheroes though. Like I was reading through like, a list of like all these X-Men, and there's a ton of really cool ones.
Yeah, but you
Isn't that
can't.
kind of why they're bringing like Psylocke in and shit?
Psylocke
Yeah,
looks
well, that's what
awesome.
I'm wondering.
I can't
If they
I think
can bring
she's
in
I
these
think
new
she's still like
characters-
upper tier, but I think she's not as well known as a lot of them.
yeah, but you can't have an X.
Kind of like Domino with Deadpool. Like
Mhm.
I want to see her, but
Yeah, but you can't have an X-Men movie. Like if you're doing an X-Men movie, you have to have Professor X. I guess you have to
Right.
have Magneto.
you don't necessarily have to. There have been stories where he's gone.
I
Right, but
guess.
I
like
think
that-
the thing is, if you can bring in these minor characters, not just for the comic book fans, but for like other people, it might spark more of an interest in seeing the same guy who can control metal or the same guy with telepathy, like same person, Wolverine with his swords coming out of his fucking hand. Like you need
Right,
to
but
switch
then-
it up a little, and these people will like it more. And
Yeah, but
then
they're
the
still
end
make-
game won't have to come so
But then
quick.
you lose like that whole story about like the civil rights, like the Malcolm X versus the was it Martin Luther
Right.
King?
Martin Luther- yeah, but you,
Yeah, I get
Which
that,
which is
but I'm
so
just
it's
saying,
wicked compelling. Yeah,
they are
You
introducing.
don't have to have that end.
I know
game.
what you mean.
They
yeah.
are introducing more characters though. Like Psylocke looks great in this movie. I don't know anything about her, but
Is,
she looks
isn't
great.
she? Isn't Olivia Munn playing her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She's
Yeah. She does look really cool.
Do you guys ever watch the Conan interview with her? And she was describing how she had to get into the costume, and they're like, everyone in the cast would try to oil me up and get me in. It's like, why would you say that? It's so funny. I like the new Beast though. Beast obviously was in the first two, but
He looks more human.
I didn't like
than
Kelsey Grammer's
animal.
portrayal of him in the first original three. I don't know if that's
Yeah,
just because
I
I don't
agree.
like Kelsey Grammer, but
And by original 3, you mean the last movie, where
Oh,
they
he
just
was-
kind of shoehorned him in, and he was more of a politician than he was a beast.
wasn't he in the
Yeah.
first one too?
No,
I thought he.
I thought he was. I don't
I
remember.
thought he came
those
out in the
movies as
first
well.
one, but
no.
I do remember him in the last.
I don't know if I just don't like Kelsey Grammer because of Frasier, which is probably why I don't like him. But
No, he played it. He played a fine beast.
I didn't really like him.
It's just they didn't get to do anything with it.
It's gonna. I don't know how they. You need. Do you feel like you need Mystique if after this movie they're gonna continue on? Obviously, because the money
No.
train. You need Mystique.
Because Days of
don't
Future
you?
Days of Future Past was pretty much like revolved around her.
Yeah.
She's a fucking crazy good mutant, but I don't know. You don't really need her.
It's kind of hard, like, because I feel
Like,
like
I'm
when
sure, like you could do that.
That's an
Like
important part, though.
in the original trilogy, she was like basically Magneto's right hand man, right? But then
Yeah.
like, what if you introduce Polaris, which is Magneto's daughter?
or
Maybe you
Scarlet
could do
Witch,
something like that.
even though she's a
If
good
they
guy.
can- I don't know how the rights are doing with that, but
No, they can use Scarlet Witch. They're using Quicksilver.
wait, so he has 2 daughters?
Scarlet
Damn.
Witch is his daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wasn't
another thing I
Polaris.
forgot. I was gonna bring this up. They're actually, I think they're gonna, like, bring up that Quicksilver is Magneto's son in this movie. Like, actually, like I know they somewhat acknowledged
teased it, yeah.
Yeah, they teased it, but I think they're actually gonna go into it this movie, which is gonna be pretty cool. I don't know how
Quick-
they're gonna do it because Magneto's.
Quicksilver's Magneto's
Even
son.
though then he
You didn't know that?
No.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are Magneto's son or daughter, son and sons.
that's mean.
Polaris is so he has 2 daughters, and a son.
Well, the
I think so.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are twins.
Oh, and Polaris is the other daughter.
Which is, I don't know how I don't know how Marvel and Fox can own rights to the same character. It's just, that must
Yeah,
be
it's
such a
weird.
gray area when they're fucking going over the movies and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know how, I don't,
And
I,
like,
think,
what
like,
happens if
approval.
what happens if they all team up and like allow them to use each other's characters, and then there's just 2 Quicksilvers.
I mean, Marvel's
have to
Quicksilver
explain.
is dead, so, well,
Then they have to do time travel or alternate universes again.
well, you saw that thing that Zach shared that Marvel and Fox might work together, which I doubt that fully, but it's possible, I guess.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The Spider-Man thing's fucking huge.
Yeah, if this goes
I
well,
was I was like, if that goes well, like we can actually realize that for some reason we can team up and still all make money. Because that's always been that was like my thing when I was a kid. I was like, why the fuck can't Marvel and DC get along? Just literally just
See, I
make a
think-
fucking video game and all make money.
See, I think that's a little bit harder with different universes because Superman's so much more powerful than anybody on Marvel's side. So I don't know.
Well, then why don't Marvel and DC do it, but then like Namco Bandai and like whoever the hell else and Capcom did it, even though that didn't flush out. They were doing the Street Fighter cross Tekken and Tekken cross Street Fighter.
I don't know if they, because those are just
But
fighting games. But like with with their characters, I feel like DC and Marvel would be way too protective. Like they don't want Superman to just come out of nowhere, punch Robert Downey in the fucking face, and be like, "Well, you just wrecked our biggest character that's in the movies." With no,
Well, you don't kill him.
I guess, but it's hard to balance the, like, obviously one side's going to want their characters to be super powerful and great, and then the other side's going to want it, but you'd need a bad guy in one of those sides.
Yeah, but both sides can't just pick like a few writers that they've.
They could.
I mean, writers are all like usually contractual, right? That it's not like somebody has like somebody on a writer on a writer, writer.
You still have like the sides that would be the executives at DC and the executive of Marvels would be talking to the people and be like, well, Superman can't punch Iron Man. And
Right, yeah,
Hulk
maybe.
can't take out Superman and stuff like that. It would just be a big cluster. I think it should happen.
They did do a comic book where they had all of them in it.
They definitely should do
Batman
it
fought
eventually.
Cap and shit. Like that would be sick.
It would be sick, and I doubt we're ever going to see it. It's obviously it's possible, but
It's
could be-
down the road.
It will be very, very far down the road. So, do you guys have anything else you really want to say about the Apocalypse trailer?
The guy from Star Wars is killing it right now.
Oh, Oscar. What is his name? You're talking about Apocalypse, right? Like the actual.
Apocalypse, yeah, and
I can't think of
I
his.
forget
real
what his name was in Star Wars.
He was oh, what the hell?
Apparently, they might actually make him and Finn like a romantic thing, which is kind of cool.
I can't think of what that guy's name is. We're gonna get.
Fun.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm excited for the movie. I thought it was coming out in like September, which doesn't make any sense why I thought that, but I thought it was coming out after Suicide Squad. But we're getting so many movies so quickly.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar, I got his first name right.
And it'll be weird.
Y'all, you know,
Maybe that's just a stage name, so he wins an Oscar.